I know my boundaries. I want to fight Anthony Joshua exclusive because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's ass. I know
he just got knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin and he has no skill and he's stiff. And I love you, Anthony. We're friends. All this, but I want to fight.
This morning he went, listen, of course I'd fight. I mean, if the question was asked to Jai, would you fight Jake Paul? And there was.
I wouldn't fight him. I'd bash him.
Yeah. But he might do it. He might just do it for just for doing it for the sake of it. But obviously we know. Listen, Jake creates massive.
Into the camera and say it directly because it just has to be said. Jake Paul, sir, you are absolutely delusional.
Jake Paul has been outspoken about his desire to face top-tier boxers, and Anthony Joshua has now responded, discussing it with his promoter Eddie Hearn. Joshua stated, "Listen, I'd fight him." Hearn revealed this, emphasizing that AJ is not one to shy away from a challenge. Although a matchup between the two seems unlikely due to the significant gap in experience, Joshua's openness to the idea has generated interest. It remains to be seen whether Paul genuinely wants the challenge or...
Here, I want to ask you a question because the world of media went mental this morning. Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul. Please put this to bed or light the fire. What's going on?
I mean, sorry. This is the first time I've spoken about the fight. To be honest, I look at it and I think Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua. I mean, look, for me, we'd do it for the banter. Do you know what I mean? AJ would fight Jake Paul. He'd fight anyone, to be honest with you. And if Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. But the only thing that was disappointed was he says 2026. I mean, that's like calling someone out. That's like me saying, LA Olympics for the surfing 2028, I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Do it in 2025 if you really want to do it. You're not going to get really much better at this stage, but I don't know. Those two have spoken. I spoke to AJ this morning. He went, listen, of course I'd fight. I mean, if the question was asked to Jai, would you fight Jake Paul? And there was.
I wouldn't fight him. I'd bash him.
Yeah. But he might do it. He might just do it for just for doing it for the sake of it. But obviously we know. Listen, Jake creates massive events, right? You know that's going to create unbelievable viewership, and no disrespect to Jake Paul, it's a straightforward night's work. But I like this calling out of Canelo and all this. AJ it's another challenge up there. But if they're game, why not?
What did he say, AJ, to you about it?
He said, why not? I said, what do you want me to say when I'm asked about it? And he said, tell everyone I'll fight anyone, anytime. It's not a problem for me.
Simply generating buzz. But one thing is clear, AJ is always ready. Jake Paul has targeted Anthony Joshua, claiming that AJ has no chin, no skills, and is stiff. The YouTuber turned boxer took to Twitter to post a picture of Joshua on a phone call, captioned, "Look who called 2026 Anthony Joshua." Paul asserts he would defeat the former heavyweight champion, stirring up speculation. In response, Anthony Joshua shared a screenshot on Instagram of a call with Paul, which came shortly after Jake publicly challenged him, insisting he could win in a boxing match. This social media exchange has fueled speculation among fans about a potential match between
the real deal respond to me as I tweeted my thoughts about delusion, which again I think is more about what Jake said about Anthony Joshua and what he'll do to him. That was the more delusional aspect of this. Amanda Serrano said, "At Jake Paul is the truth. Funny, they say he's a fraud for wanting easy fights, then he asked for the toughest fights ever and they say he's nuts. Listen, he was scheduled to fight Canelo Gervonta, and now he's calling out Joshua. Come on, who else is doing this? Oh crap, on second thought, he is out of his freaking mind. You're right." That was more of just Amanda backing her guy, you know what I'm saying, the co-founder of MVP and someone that she really respects.
Between the two. Jake also shared a post from BVFA Sports, revealing that he had sent a list of desired fights for 2025 and 2026 on February 10th, just 3 days after his Canelo matchup fell through. Notably, Anthony Joshua was among the 6 fighters on that list. After confirming Jake's
Gervonta Davis, and she's not the only one saying that. Dan Rafael said the same earlier that day or maybe yesterday. I can't believe that that's true, or if that was really good. The idea being, had Gervonta Davis beat Lamont Roach, he was gonna fight Jake Paul. I say, it's delusional, but it's possible. He almost had the Canelo fight, and think what you will about how that went down and how realistic that was going to be. I legit think it was probably close to happening. Now you're telling me there were discussions and potentially, signed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And again, I do believe the reason for that is Jake's massive size advantage. Again, that's like a 100-pound weight advantage. How would that even work?
Seriousness about the challenge, opinions within the boxing community are divided. Many believe that Paul's ambition to take on a seasoned heavyweight like Joshua is unrealistic and